परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सुतद सदस्यमान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री रविदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंड की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। Bhakti Devi ki jai, Naved Bhakti Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the Asma. All glories to the Asma. All glories to the Asma. Thank you very much.
Savinam Kaunteya Kshetram Iti Abhidhiyate Etadja Bhekti Tang Prahu Kshetraka Iti Tadvida. We are discussing about the body and the owner of the body. Just like this room and the occupier of the room. Because we are all occupying this room just now, it does not mean the room and we are identical. Try to understand this one. The room is matter, but we are living entities. If you simply try to understand that two things are visible, one matter and one living force. It is very easy. Simply we require little interest. What we are seeing in this material world. Something material and something spiritual. Material who is ordinary, and one may possess a third class feeling. Similarly, we living entity, we are given a certain type of body to work with it and enjoy or suffer the resultant action. We are part and parcel of God. As we are living beings, similarly Krishna or God is also living being. But He is supreme, we are subordinate. God is great and we are under Him. Just like in a family, the father is the chief man, the next important is my mother, and we all children, we are all subordinate to the father and mother. The father earns, the mother distributes, we eat, we live. Just try to understand this way. God is the Supreme Father. And this material nature is the mother. The father, and this father injects the seed of living being within the womb of the mother. Similarly, God injects the living being within this material world, and they come out under different form with the material body. That varieties of material bodies are 8,400,000 of species. As we get, according to 𝗤𝗏 𝗤𝗏, as we are getting life here, according to the father's stamina and mother's secretion, the body and situation. Somebody is very highly intelligent, somebody is not so intelligent, somebody is very rich, somebody is poor, somebody is middle class, somebody is animal, somebody is tree, somebody is insect, somebody is aquatic, varieties of life. Don't think that the animals are living entities other than the human being, they have no soul. No, that's a wrong conception. They have got soul. How you can say there is no soul? The same symptoms of life there. Just like the symptoms of life means it takes birth at a certain depth. Then it grows, it stays, it gives some byproduct, then dwindles, then vanishes. Take any, either you take tree, or you take a human body, or you take an animal body, or you take a insect body, or take the demigod's body, any body take, there is a certain date of birth. Everyone. Certain date of birth. And then there is a certain duration of life. Somebody lives for 10 years, somebody lives for 1 year, somebody lives for 6 hours, 5 hours. There are many germs. They live for 5 or 6 hours, or even less than that. And there are living entities like Brahma, whose life is millions and millions of years. There are so many varieties of life. We have no information. There are so many universities, so many educational institutions, but they cannot say exactly how many varieties of life are there. They cannot. Their education is not perfect. They cannot say. But we can see there are so many varieties of life, and each of them is a living entity. But if you consult Vedic literature, you will find exactly the number. Just like in the Vedic literature you will find 𝗁 in the water. The aquatic living beings are 900,000 different bodies. So I don't think there is any biologist or botanist who can say exactly how many forms of life are there within the water. But he will find the information, exact the number. 𝗁 the aquatic, the living entities within the water, there are 900,000 of forms. We have got information from Vedic literature. There is a fish which is called Timingol. Timingol, Timi means, Timi is also another fish, that is Sanskrit name. The English name is whale fish. It's very, very big. Just like a small house. And there is another fish which is called Timingal. This Timingal fish swallow up this whale fish like fish. Such a big fish. These informations are there. Therefore try to understand how much perfect knowledge is there in the Vedas. So, similarly, right information is there. 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝. 𝐒𝐵𝐷 means the living entities who cannot move. That means trees, plants, like that. They cannot. Here, by the side of this house, there is a tree. It has grown. Just see, that tree is not even within the jungle. In a small place it has grown, all sides, surrounded by house, and it is alone. Just see how much condemned life. Other trees, they are at least in the jungle, in the society of trees. But this tree is alone. We have to consider this. How this tree has been so much condemned. Tree is condemned life because you are human being, you are sitting here. If you like, you can move immediately. But the tree cannot move. Stand up there. By whose order? By whose order? By God's order. You must stand up. Don't take it, I will say, neglectfully. It is very serious. According to Vedic calculation, this tree which is grown here, that living entity was sometimes owner or occupier of this house. And it has so much attachment that it cannot go out of this house. Therefore he has been given this body free, all right, to live here, stand up. Sometimes we become ghosts. If we become too much attached, we cannot live. Therefore too much opulent apartment, opulent life is not very good for spiritual advancement because we get too much attached to it. My Guru Maharaj used to advise us that it is better to live in rented house than to possess own house. Why? Because if we possess our own house, we will be more attached. Because the life program is 𝐗𝐻𝐴𝐵𝐷, knowledge and renouncement. One should have sufficient knowledge to understand his constitutional position as a living entity. And he must develop renouncement, vairagya. Because attachment sometimes leads me to become a tree, to become a mouse, to become a serpent in the same house. Attachment. After all, you may decorate your house, you may purchase a nice house, you decorate it very nicely. But you have to leave it. You cannot live here permanently. That is not possible. Either make your country very nice city, very decorated city, or your house, apartment, wife, children, very nice, decorated, but you will not be allowed to remain. We don't think that. That's why you are forced to
Hare Krishna, this lecture was played either on last Thursday or last to last Thursday. So we are changing to another one.
That will
कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय Dhritarashtra.
in your leisure hour you will try to repeat and get by heart some of the slokas. That will be very nice. Go on.
Dhritarashtra. King Dhritarashtra. Uvacha. Said. Dharmakshetre. In the place of pilgrimage. Kurukshetre. In the place named Kurukshetra. Samaveta. Assembled. Yoyotsavaha. Desiring to fight. Mamakaha. My party. Sons. Pandavaha. The sons of Pandu. Cha. And. Eva. Certainly. Kim. What. Akurvata. Did they do? Sanjaya. O Sanjaya. Translation. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after assembling in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, being desirous to fight?
So, the history is that same family, there was dispute who would occupy the throne. Dhritarashtra, and actually he was the eldest son of the king, and next was Pandu. So every country, the law of primogeniture, what is called, the eldest child, in your country, if the eldest child is a girl, she also occupies the throne, just like present Queen Elizabeth, formerly there was Queen Victoria, before that another Elizabeth. But in India, a woman has no such right. the woman is never given any responsible post. That is the opinion of the greatest politician in the history of the world, Chanakya Pandit. According to his opinion, Vishyasanaiva kartavyam strishu rajakuleshu. He has given his explicit opinion that you cannot trust with any responsible post or any responsibility with women and politicians. Those who are diplomat, politicians, you cannot trust them. So the general regulation is that women should remain under the protection of husband, father, husband and children. Just like these Pandus, their mother Kunti, she was very, very qualified lady. But still, after the death of her husband, she always remained with the sons. The sons are going to the forest, the mother is also going. Also the wife is also going, Draupadi. This was it. So two parties, Dhritarashtra was the eldest son, but he was blind, bodily defective. Therefore, he was not awarded the throne. His next brother, Pandu, he was offered the throne, but he died very early age, a young man. When these Pandus, the 5 sons, Yudhishthira, Maharaj, at that time not Maharaj, Yudhishthira, Bhim, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadeva, they were very small children. So they were taken care of by Dhritarashtra and other elderly family. Bhishma Dev, he was the grandfather of the Pandavas. He was the elder uncle of Dhritarashtra. Bhishma was elder brother of Dhritarashtra's father. He was so old, but he was actually, the kingdom belonged to Bhishma, but he remained a brahmachari. He did not marry. There was no issue of Bhishma there. Therefore his nephews, Dhritarashtra and Pandu, they were inheritors. Now, after the death of Pandu, there was conspiracy. Dhritarashtra wanted that actually this is my kingdom. Now, somehow or other I could not get it. Now my brother is dead. So if I do not inherit, why not my sons? This was the politics. Politics are always there. And envious, jealousy, this is the nature of this material world. You cannot avoid. The spiritual world means just the opposite. There is no politics, there is no jealousy, there is no enviousness, there is spiritual. And material world means politics, jealousy, diplomacy, enviousness, so many things. This is material. So, even in the heavenly planets, these things are there, politics. Even in animal kingdom, these politics are there. This is the nature. Matsarata, Matsarata means envious. One man is envious of another man. It doesn't matter. Even their brothers or family members. Here, the family members. Dhritarashtra and Pandu, two brothers, their sons, their family members, but the enviousness. So the Krishna consciousness movement is not for the persons who are envious. Envious. It is a movement to train people how to become not envious. It is very first class scientific movement. Yes. Not to become envious. Therefore Srimad Bhagavatam in the beginning introduces Dharma projita 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝 atra. In this Srimad Bhagavatam, dharma, religious principle, cheating type of religious principle is completely eradicated, thrown out, projit, kicked out, projit. Just like you collect all the dirty things from the room, sweeping, and then kick out. Don't keep it within the room. Similarly, cheating type of religious system kicked out. It is not such religion, this religion, that religion. Any religion system. If there is jealousy, that is not religion. Jealousy means, we should understand jealousy. What is jealousy? Jealousy means that you are rightful owner of something. I won't allow you to take it. This is jealousy. This is jealousy. Jealousy, try to understand. Suppose you are rightful owner of something and I am trying that you don't own it, I shall own it. Or somebody own it, I shall not allow it. This is jealousy. So, what is the rightful ownership of the living entity? That is to be understood. Birthright, what is called birthright. Just like everyone has got right to live under the protection of the government. Everyone. That is good government. Government should give security of life and property. That is God. Not only for the human being, but even for the ant. This is God. Not that I give protection to my brother and not to others. That is not. Just like Parikshit Maharaj. He was giving protection to the animals also. When he was on his tour, as soon as he saw that a black man was trying to kill one cow, immediately he took his sword. Who are you? You are trying to kill? So this is good government. Unless the government is equal to everyone, just like God is equal to everyone. The king or the government must be representative of God. Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, king is offered as good respect as to the Supreme Personality of God. King is called Naradeva. Naradeva. That means God in human form. King is given. Why? Because he acts as the representative of God. he cannot be jealous to any living entity, at least born in his kingdom. That is called praja. Praja means one who has taken birth, or in other words, national. So that was the duty. So, formerly, when there was fight between two kings, it is on the principle that who is giving good protection to the citizens, not for personal profit. Who is able to give good protection, life, security for life and property, he should become king. So, these persons, these Dhritarashtra and his sons, they are jealous how they could give protection to the citizens. They are themselves jealous. Just like nowadays, all these politicians, they are jealous. They cannot give any protection to the citizens. They are simply interested with their party politics. They have no time even to think how to give nice protection to the citizen so that they may feel happy always that we have got good government, there is no cause of anxiety. We have got sufficient food, sufficient protection, sufficient opulence, everything sufficient. And that is good government. So, here, Dhritarashtra, he is jealous. He cannot give any good government. Krishna knew it. Krishna sent a messenger, 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝. You have read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, before this battle of Kurukshetra from Dwarka, he sent his uncle 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦 just go to Hastinapur, New Delhi, and see what is the situation. So 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦 understood that Dhritarashtra was planning something. So he talked with him that why you are implicated in such planning. Krishna does not want it. Although Dhritarashtra knew that Krishna was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Dhritarashtra said that I know that what I am planning, that is not good. I know Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he has requested me. But I tell you frankly, I cannot do without it. So when Krishna will be pleased upon me, I may be. So this is the position of the materialistic person. A materialistic person knows that he is sinful. A materialistic person knows that whatever he is doing is wrong, but he cannot check. Just like a thief. A thief knows that if he commits stealing, he will be arrested, he will be punished. He knows, because he heard from law books, from other sources, and he has also seen that a thief is arrested and is taken by the police for being punished. So we have got two kinds of experiences, by hearing and by seeing, direct. In Bengali it is called Dekha Shuna. In India it is called. The two kinds of experience. One by seeing, practically experiencing, hand to hand. Another by hearing. So one who is intelligent, he gets his experience simply by hearing from the right source. That is nice. So our process is that we are getting experience about the perfect knowledge, the destination of life, simply by hearing from Krishna. So we are the most intelligent person. It is not possible to experience directly. But if one has got intelligence, then simply by hearing and considering and thinking over it, he gets the experience. So, those who are very sinful, they get experience by hearing and by directly seeing also. Still they cannot check from sinful activities. So Dhritarashtra, by his sinful activities, he became so much fallen that he did not hear anybody's advice, Vidur's advice, Bhishma's advice, that don't plan like this. They are rightful owners. The Pandavas, they are rightful owners. They are minor, but don't try to cheat them. But Dhritarashtra was. So when the planning was complete and the war field was set up at Dharmakshetri, Kurukshetra. Dharmakshetra means Kurukshetra, that place is a pilgrimage. People still go to observe religious, ritualistic performances, and in the Vedas there is injunction, Kurukshetre dharmamacharita. If you want to perform some ritualistic ceremonies, religious, then go to Kurukshetra. So Kurukshetra is a dharma khetra. It is not a fictitious thing, just like rascal commentators, so-called, they say Kurukshetra means this body. It is not that. As it is. Try to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is. Kurukshetra, Dharmakhetra. It is a place of religion. And especially when Krishna was present there, it is already. Why this house? Before our occupation, why this house was an ordinary house? Now it is temple. It is Dharmakhetra. It is a religious place. Why? Because Krishna is there. Krishna is there. So, either you take Kurukshetra, ordinary place, but because in the battlefield Krishna was there directing Arjuna, so it is already Dharmakshetra. So formally people were religiously trained up, so they could not speak lies in a Dharmakshetra. That is still the practice, just like in the Western world, the Christians go to the church, they admit confession. Yes, I have done it. But that has become a formality. But actually, one should admit in religious place that yes, I have done it. But that does not mean you admit and again do it. No. You admit once, then you are excused. But don't do it again. So here, Dhritarashtra says, Samavita Jujutsava, all these people, my sons, Mamaka, Mamaka, that means my sons, and Pandava, and my brother Pandusa, Samavita, they assemble. What is the purpose? The purpose is Jujutsava. This word Jujutsu is still used in Japan. Perhaps you know, Jujutsu, fighting. So Jujutsu, those who are desirous of fighting. Now, both the parties were desiring to fight and they assemble. Why he is asking question, 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝? What did they do? Because he was little doubtful that these boys, after being assembled in Dharmakshetra Kurukshetra, they might have changed their ideas. They might have settled up. No, actually, the sons of Dhritarashtra might have admitted, yes, Pandavas, you are actually the owner. What is the use of unnecessary fighting? So he was very much anxious whether they have changed their decision. Therefore he is asking. Otherwise there is no question of asking. 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝. Just like if you are giving food, if I ask somebody that such and such gentleman was served with nice dishes, then what did he do? This is foolish question. He will eat, that's all. What is the question of what did he do? Similarly, when it is already settled up that they were to fight, there is no such question as 𝐒𝐫𝐢𝐦𝐚𝐝. What they did they do? But he asked this question because he was doubtful whether they had changed their opinion. 𝗤𝐫𝐢𝐴𝐻. He was asking his secretary. He was blind man. He was always conducted by secretary Sanjaya, a very faithful secretary, and he is explaining the Bhagavad Gita and by experiencing, by television within the heart. That art is not yet developed. We have got television through machine, but there is another television. You can see within your heart everything, what is going on outside. So that television was known too, that will be explained by Sanjaya, that by the grace of Vyasadeva, he learned this televisioning, and he was sitting with his master within the room, and he was actually seeing how the fighting is going on, and he was explaining. This is the basic principle of Bhagavad Gita, the basic platform. So let us discuss gradually one after. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Reader took Bhagavad Gita and became a sadhu, Mahatma. But when they found that the Mahatma is leader and he is a great student of Bhagavad Gita and very great, all people gathered around him. Although he is a politician, he has nothing to do with Bhagavad Gita or Mahatma, no. Because the definition of Mahatma is given in the Bhagavad Gita. The definition of Mahatma is there. Mahatmanastu man prartha devi prakritim asrita bhajanti anannamanasu. This is Mahatma. Mahatma means he has taken shelter of Krishna, 100%. And his only business is to worship and glorify Krishna. That is Mahatma. So, Gandhi never believed that there was Krishna. But he became Mahatma by popular vote. That's all. That kind of Mahatma is not accepted by the Shastra. Mahatma means, first symptom of Mahatma is that he must be a great devotee of Krishna. That is Mahatma. That is Mahatmanastu man prartha devi prakritim asrita. And he is not under any material world. He is in the spiritual world. Devi prakritim asrita. And what is the symptom? Bhajanti anannamanasu. Anannamanasu, without any diversity. He is simply devoted to Krishna. This is Mahatma. Everything is there in the Bhagavad Gita, therefore I request you to study Bhagavad Gita thoroughly as it is. Then you become perfectly powerful, spiritual. Now chant Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki. In the beginning of this lecture, we are discussing, not the earlier one. What is the difference between the political ruling in Britain and over here in India? Prabhupada quoted one Acharya also. Yes, Sushant Prabhu.
In England, the politician is a queen, a woman, Queen Elizabeth. In England, there is a woman who is ruling the country. Woman, Queen Elizabeth, then Victoria, then second Elizabeth. And the difference is in India, we don't, like he quoted Chanakya Pandit, where Chanakya Pandit says that in India, we should not trust any woman with any responsible post or any responsibility, and any politician also.
Haribo. In England, whosoever is the first child becomes the next king. So he quoted Elizabeth currently, and earlier Victoria, and before that another Elizabeth. But in India, we don't have like that. The women are not given rights. They should be cared for by some male. And he quoted Chanakya Pandit, Strishu Vishwasanaiva Kartavyo, Strishu Rajakuleshu cha. One should not believe in women and politicians. What was the Vedic times example that he gave in this context? This is ruling politics.
Prabhupada gave the example of Kunti Maharani, that the rightful son, the rightful king was Pandav. But after the death of Pandav, Queen Kunti stayed with her sons under the shelter of his sons. That was the example.
Yes, she did not become the next queen or anything like that. She remained under Yudhishthira and others. Haribo! What is the difference between the material world and the spiritual world? Yes, true.
In material world, there is jealousy, enviousness, diplomacy and politics, whereas in spiritual world, this all is not present.
Haribo! Prabhupada said even in the heavenly kingdom, in animal kingdom, also these things are there. Whom is Krishna consciousness movement not for? And what is Krishna consciousness movement meant for? And verse also Prabhupada quoted. Yes, bro.
Like Krishna consciousness movement is not for envious people, and it is to make people non-envious.
And verse? Dharma 𝗲𝗋𝗃𝗀 paramo. Srimad Bhagavatam 2nd verse. Haribo. For this verse he gave an analogy. How did he explain this verse? Dharma 𝗲𝗋𝗃𝗀. In this context only, just an analogy. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhupada says that cheating type of religion was thrown out. For example, garbage in our house, we throw it out of the room by sweeping it. Similarly, the cheating type of religion, he describes cheating. Cheating type of religion was thrown out, projito.
Haribo. How did he define jealousy? Means he explained. What is jealousy? You want to? He answered. Do you want to answer? Okay, here. Yes. Keshav Prabhu.
Something is one's rightful claim and I do not allow it to.
That is jealousy. Haribo. You are the rightful owner of something, I won't allow it. This is jealousy. What is government meant for? And give example. Okay, Sushant Prabhu.
Government is meant to provide the security of life and property, and a good government is one who is equal to everyone. That is a good government.
So whose example was given?
The example of like Pandavas, they were
Not like Pandavas. Example of?
Parikshit Maharaj, he was also taking care of animals.
Yes, when the cow was being beaten up by that
Kali,
Kali, black person, he punished him. Hari Bol. In the former times, what were the wars fought for and what were they not fought for? Ujjwal Nilmani Prabhu.
Who can give more security to the citizens on that regard? That fight was strength. Somebody is saying.
And not for?
Not for exploiting them their resources. We don't know properly.
Anybody remembers? Something like, I also don't remember clear, I don't have notes. But not for their something personal sense gratification or something like that. That was not the agenda. Revol. Praja means who else? Okay, behind.
One who has born, that is Praja.
The national. Revo. So that includes even ants also. Everybody should be protected by that king, whosoever is the ruling over there. Prabhupada quoted one Bengali saying, what is that and in which context he quoted that? Yes. Sushant, you want to? Yes.
Prabhupada quoted Dekhi Suni.
Dekhi, Dekhi or Dekha?
Dekha Suna. Yes. One experience is by just hearing, by just seeing, and other is by hearing about it. So then he gave the example of like some people don't even learn by after hearing, just like the example of a thief. He may see everyone being punished after, and arrested after committing theft, but he still commits the theft.
And in which context he said this? Okay, for this Haribol. How many of you remember this Dekha Suna Prabhupada quoted? So in which context he quoted it? Why he quoted that? Okay, Mataji.
He was explaining the position of materialistic people, that they are sinful and they know what is wrong by hearing. Still they do that. Then he gave the example of thief. That he knows that by stealing...
That is covered. In which context why he said this?
Two types of experiences.
That is okay, but why did he first of all get into this subject matter only? This is all elaboration, but something was going on and that's why he went into all this elaboration. Yes, Sushant Bro.
He was explaining the character of Dhritarashtra, even after knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then too he is acting foolishly.
Yes, Haribo. What is the confession in Christianity and in which context he quoted that? Yes, Sushant Prabhu.
The confession is that if someone commits some offense, then he has to go to the church and confess that offense, that I have committed it. But he should not repeat it again. So Prabhupada was telling this in the context of Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra. So Kurukshetra is also a Dharmakshetra. And nowadays also people go there and confess their misdeeds. And they try to not repeat. So
Dhritarashtra was concerned that it is Dharmakshetra. So then his children, they may not want this war and all that, and they may settle up the thing without war only. Okay, you take half, we take half, something like that.
He was doubtful.
So that was his concern. They should not settle up. They should fight only, and Pandavas should be killed, and his sons should rule. Prabhupada did not tell all this. I am just telling details. So confession in Christianity, in that church, they are supposed to tell the truth. Otherwise they may lie outside. So call them in the church, they say, oh God, or whatever, Father, I did this mistake and all. Then he says, okay, okay. Like that. But nowadays it has become just a formality word was used, I think. Formality or just formality, na? Just they say like that. They are not very deep in their thing. Hare Bol. What is the meaning of the word Yujutsu? Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yujutsavaha. So Yujutsu word, what is the meaning and what is the speciality of this word? Yes, Anand Kirtan Prabhu.
Prabhupada said that Yujutsu means to fight, and it's a Japanese word.
It's not Japanese word, it's a Sanskrit word from Bhagavad Gita, but even in Japan, now also in Japan, that word is there. Because everywhere Sanskrit was only there earlier, but eventually it got lost. But in Japan, now also this word is there for the same. Like that Garuda Airlines, where, which one? Indonesia. So many things are there like that. Prove that Vedic life was there all over the planet Earth. Hare Bol. Explain the Kim Akurvat word and what analogy was given and why did he ask that? Yes, Antadipru.
So Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjay that what did they do? Although it is already understood that they have come to fight, they have desires to fight, so they should fight. So Prabhupada gives the analogy like someone is given a very nice palatable dish to eat. So what will he do? He will eat. So it's a foolish question. But he is still asking because there is a doubt, because it's a Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra. So they may settle up and not fight.
Hare Bol. How many kinds of televisions are there? Why the word television came? Okay, Ujjwal Nilpani.
So Prabhupada was speaking about regarding Sanjaya is seeing the Mahabharata Yuddha. So he is able to see from the heart. So there are two kinds of television that we are seeing. We get to see from this material world. But at that time, Sanjaya was able to see from the heart the television of the Mahabharata. He was able to see.
Hare Bol. What is the meaning of the word Mahatma? Actual meaning, and what did Prabhupada say about Mahatma?
Prabhupada tells that Mahatma means he has taken shelter of Krishna 100%. And that is his only job.
Daivi Mahatmanastu Mam Pata Daivim Prakriti Mashita. And how did he elaborate? Okay, Hare Bol. Who will explain? How did Prabhupada elaborate? Yes, Mataji. On the right side.
Prabhupada gave example of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was given the Padvi Mahatma just because of popularity, but there was no concern about Krishna.
He was carrying Bhagavad Gita, but he did not believe only in Krishna. Hare Bol. And what was the conclusion of the lecture? Yes.
Conclusion of the lecture was to worship Krishna and to follow the teachings of Bhagavad Gita.
Everything is there in
Bhagavad
Gita. Before that something, I also don't remember. Something was there. He was elaborating something. I think this Mahatma only.
Following the footsteps of Mahatmas.
Following in the footsteps of Mahatma something. So you read Bhagavad Gita, everything is there and know things properly. And then I think chant Hare Krishna. That was the conclusion. It is here only. Somebody has the control. Can you just little bit go up? What was the point? And he is not, 1 minute, he is not under the material world, that Mahatma. He is in the spiritual world, Devim Prakriti Ashrita. And what is the symptom? Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. Without any diversion, he is simply devoted to Krishna. This is Mahatma. Everything is there in Bhagavad Gita. So Mahatma we may misunderstand. Just because somebody by popular votes is given by government or people some word like Mahatma. So we may think he's Mahatma. He's not Mahatma. Mahatma symptoms are given in Bhagavata, Bhajanti, Ananya, Manaso, etc. So this is all there in Bhagavata because Prabhupada doesn't have time. So he's telling all of you should read Bhagavata. Everything is there in Bhagavata. Therefore I request you to study Bhagavad Gita thoroughly as it is. Then you become perfectly powerful, spiritual, both. You'll be perfect also, you'll be spiritual also and powerful also. Hari Bol, Srila Prabhupada, and now chant Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।